Port of Spain. You don't be shouting and bawling and carrying on. So don't come to justify that to me. Telling only one time. Go down now and tell me. You're going back by the Red House again. Parliament in session, you're going back down there to misbehave and behave like a fool again. They warned you last week, you're going back again. You know what? I ain't seeing all they're saying. We go walk to fight the virus. We're going to do a motorcade to educate people about how to save your life from the virus. I ain't seeing all they're saying that. But everything is about against the government. But let me tell you something. What all you're doing is trying to kill the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. If all you do understand that is what all you're doing. It's trying to kill the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. And if only one all you do all your nonsense, it could kill out all you, I would have said, go ahead. But no, it's going to interfere with other people who are not even connected to you all. Because when you come out and you all do your thing, you're going home to the grandparents, you're going home to the parents who have underlying issues and affecting them. I just say we could have the cases, but you see the deaths, I just can't take the deaths at all. We want to fight against taking the vaccine. All of them who telling all they're going very quietly and take the vaccine.
Yes.
Have all they like fools running up and down the ball. This. I want to hear where's Kingsley take on this morning. Where's God Christopher take on this? What you think of this? Always gutter trash. Play the other part. I want to tell all you this morning, and people, you need to log on to see, not just listening, You have to see it. Because it's going on too long. We don't have respect for our laws in this country.
Pass him at the Red House. Yes, sir.
You are alone like a fool.
These days it is can't walk. Right in front of the Red House. A nice and peaceful day outside here, boy.
They tell you must wear your mask when you're outside.
Gary, my letter to you.
When you're in the vehicles.
All the nice parliamentarian vehicles, boy. The PNM, the UNC, nice vehicles. Nice vehicles. Look, the officers don't start calling each other, As all ready to protest. I passing them straight, but look at them. They don't call each other. Right in front, I don't give a crap about any of them. Right in front.
So you're going to provoke this situation. Bruce, you understand what's going on?
Yeah.
You're going to provoke. So you hear him? I'm passing right in front of them.
Right in front.
And they don't start to talk to one another. Tell me. Tell me.
If it's one man not afraid of any of them inside here and not afraid of them officers, it's me, If it's one man that don't give a shit about any of them and give a shit about them officers, it's me, The man done start to pull his gun, yes? The officer pull his gun. What am I going to do, officer? Do I look like I'm endangerment to the parliamentarians that sit inside? One man go and storm the building? Are you serious? Look how they miss me with that, huh?
Trinidad and Tobago.
What am I doing? You see already, yeah? No, don't tell me nothing. I'm on the public road. I'm on the public road. I'm on the public road. Don't take my phone. Don't take my phone. Don't take my phone. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing?
And that was the end of it.
they tell you you're going to provoke the situation. I thought you went by Gary Griffith to drop a letter.
Well, I want to know where that would be in where the Ministry of where Gary office
Gary
is.
Griffith's supposed to be at headquarters.
Right. Where what street headquarters on?
What street is Sackville Street?
Sackville Street. Right.
And then
right, so correct. That is where headquarters is. Sackville and and Edward.
And somewhere about there.
Corner Sackville and Edward. Is Edward Street, yeah? That is Edward Street.
Right.
Yeah.
Good. So he came from what he did, he came from up the road. So how did you drop the letter?
He looked like he came up is Abercrombie.
Yes.
Yes, he looked like he came up Abercrombie for him to pass in front of the Red House.
If he came from by the commissioner of police by headquarters, then he just had to walk across.
Yeah, but that's not what he did. Right? I watched the thing.
Wait, I'm telling you, he just had to walk across it between the library and the Red House and walk up. But he was walking down the road. So you came prepared to make your bacchanal and so on.
You purposely passing through. Yes. Because for you to see the minister's vehicles, there's park on Abercrombie Street. So for you to see the minister's vehicles, you had to be on Abercrombie Street. And if Gary Griffith headquarters is on Edward and Sackville Street, what you doing quite over there? You went looking for bacchanal. Well,
Trinidad and Tobago.
Seek and ye shall find.
But all you come this morning to tell me about vehicle. Me don't hear nothing about no vehicle. Because all you were talking, all you just take this same opportunity to do all kind of thing. And Munilal shouldn't talk about no vehicle. Up to now, he never answers about the Range Rover and who was driving it and who was paying for it. Or they don't come to distract nobody here with no nonsense. Because all parliamentarians are entitled every 2 years to change a vehicle if they want to. I don't want to hear nothing about that because however, they have to pay it back. And right now, there are a lot of incentive for you to go to the bank and take loan. Companies have loans, you can go and take, Imbert spoke to us on that. You have your business and you want to take the loan because of the pandemic and you're seeing a little trouble and so on to help you offset some of your costs and your pay, your salaries and so on. Boy, you see this morning, my mouth trembling, you know. Because here, in this country, I find we just took to too much of nonsense. And this is unacceptable. And I don't know why it is African people are used all the time to do all the nastiness in this place. And David Bell tried to tell me, who paying him? Open the lines. Open the lines, 475-7426. You all can call me or call Bruce on. Give them the numbers, please. 342-0081-466-5391. I'm now dealing with somebody here on our YouTube now. So that's why I was seeming a little distracted. They're too disrespectful. What happened this morning? Nobody not calling? Everybody's sleeping or they're not here?
I have one here. Caller, good morning.
Morning, Bruce. Morning, Sharon. This station just this one breakdown in Babadi. At least in my house, it's happening. All time was playing good. Breakdown right now. Not saying anything. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
I tell you, whenever on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, always have an issue, you know. I must eat a bed with some, you know.
Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Bruce and Sharon.
Morning.
I just want to say first, I'm glad to see people out, but I only saw them in Antigua Road in the arena this one when I was going down, although, you know, and I come back a short thing, but it was good to see them out because I know that a lot of cleaning up needs to be done, you know, the drains and so on. But I hope that more will come out and country get right. So I want to say, you see, we have to watch out to the UN because they love to distract us. Not me, not really. I'm not distracted by them, but I remember when they make a whole lot of noise that Mr. Manning wants to buy a plane. And next thing you know, they had a helicopter going up and down the country and plane being hired to take them where they want to. Right? And so what the difference it makes, as like Sharon is making a comparison with the vehicle. We know a check came to Trinidad and Tobago without finding out the cost. It's only when it reached that they know they found out the cost. You ever hear foolishness like that? Anything you buy, you must know how much you're going to pay for it. Right? And because people have been distracted by foolishness. They're not listening, they're not paying attention to what these people are saying. I'll leave it there.
Thank you. Yes.
So I'll call back again. Have a good morning.
You too. Take care.
All right. I have one here. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Sharon.
Morning.
Calling from Tobago.
Welcome. You hearing us in Tobago now?
Yes, about half an hour ago we got in Tobago. But what happened, B-Mobile having some issues since yesterday. Because normally we see the Tobago, the Trinidad program, like actually all through the day we might just break. Because before we wasn't getting it. But we just get Aisha program and all on evening right now until it finish and sometimes some of the night program. but the mobile having some issues since yesterday. Right, but this young man, I don't know who is training them up, and you see when they get themselves in trouble, Aisha, Sharon, they are quick to want to blame everybody else. We are in a pandemic. What you're doing outside there? When you went last week, you show yourself to be a clown in a UNC jersey. You're coming a black jersey today. So what you expect? Is that praise God Pastor Google show this flyer and the people know so that we know that he was aligned to the motorcade that was supposed to have. That's a nonsense taking place. And there are some supervisors who have workers going out and they're not sure whether a person's vaccinated or no. The Prime Minister did not open back the whole country. They need to, if you have workers going to 3 days a week, why you want to force workers to go out? We have to wait and listen to what the Prime Minister is saying. So much of people want to do what they want to do, and then when things happen, they're blaming the Prime Minister. Is Rowley do this, is Rowley do that. They are not taking blame for themselves. So good morning, Tobago, Lockdown, and listen. Have a blessed and safe day, Sharon, Bruce, and Dominic.
Thank you so kindly. Take it.
A blessed morning to you, Mr. Bruce Wayne. Blessed morning, Sharon, Felix.
Morning.
You know you're listening. I know you're locked on and listening, Dominic. Loyal listeners and callers of 91.9 and also who are on the live. Miss Felix had so much things to say, but I'm just picking a few topics right now. You see this youth man? The police shouldn't jail him or anything like that, you know. It's a good mix of our twin leather belt here. He wants to do that. He was rushing you. Them fellas are joking. They want to oppose this government and what they're doing all the time. Hello? They're opposing, everybody opposing the government and what they're doing, and they ain't doing nothing good. They have no solution. I'll go into the unions and them, Mr. Anizet and Mr. Roger. Mr. Roger, stop talking now, boy. You get a deal at this century, 500 million for the refining and you ain't do nothing about it. You know, the motto of the union is prepare to fight or unite to fight or something like that. All you need fighting against all your own self. Look at what I want to do with the citizens, with all your members. All they don't care about all your members. This is what's going on with the union. All you're broken and all you're broken for ideas.
All right, well, then let's keep it to the topic and those straight, because when you do that, you're going to lose the whole issue. Thank you very much. And let's keep in mind that we're sharing the calls. Have a caller here.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Morning, Sharon.
Morning, Mr. Moranci.
Good morning, Bruce. Good fight into democracy. Mr. Chance, I've been trying to make contact with you. Hope all is well. Sharon,
yes?
This young man should have been incarcerated immediately. It would appear to me that the TTPS police officers are not reading into the law. We're in a state of emergency, and all the TTPS is supposed to be equipped with what are the rules of engagement when you have a state of emergency. Nobody, that's a principal factor, that nobody should be protesting, and no group, no individual should be protesting at all in this country. We are in a state, they could lock you up right away. And I thought that they handled this young man with kids club because Miss Anisette was very close by. She was less than 3 feet away when she was getting into her car. This boy could have had an explosive on him. He could have had acid. He could have had anything on him and imposed an immediate danger to the Speaker of the House. You understand? And when the public and others see these kind of activities, this boy get away with that. Trinidadians are not really reading into the law. They don't understand. We have had an experience of what the state of emergency, and they should have known what could happen. And all of them, they see this thing happen, so they want to, they chuck the business. Now they want to have a motorcade from South. Well, I heard in the news last night, yesterday in fact, that they better be careful then, or they wouldn't, anytime they reach within the Northeastern Division, there would be problems. They cannot get approval. You know that. You cannot get approval for any form of protest in a state of emergency. The commissioner would be in derelict of his duty if he give them. He wouldn't do that. He knows the law. He's a military officer. He knows the law. You know, so we need to, the police need to nip these things in the bud and set examples so that others won't follow, because we create more problems for ourselves when you don't nip these things in the bud. And all Trinidadians want to see is that this man gets away, so they go try something too.
Well,
right?
Well, somebody sent me a text here saying that Philip Alexander said he going down there too this morning. I don't know how true it is. It is alleged.
He should be incarcerated immediately because he has posted his intention. Immediately, when they see him at all and he utter anything of protest or so, this is incarcerate him. We have to stop playing the fool with these guys in them. Lock up the tail. Lock up the tail, okay? I don't want to take too much time on the program and know about the callers, okay?
Thank you so much.
God bless, and let's continue. Bye-bye.
And you know, while we're talking here, they have a program going on. They're really upset that the abuse of powers and this and that. And
Sharon,
listen now.
But look, somebody's saying on YouTube, they're not supposed to take no chance around the Red House. Remember 1990?
No, but of course.
You understand?
And that's my point.
So you want them to allow people to come to that mad scene? Ah, boy.
And that is my point. Callers, call me up, please.
I have a call here.
4757426. Go ahead.
Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Bruce. Good morning, Sharon.
Morning.
How are you all?
Doing good, man.
We're good.
Right. But Sharon, listen now. You know what is my biggest problem? My biggest problem with this whole scenario is, once again, a little black boy have allowed himself to be used. Why do we keep making Mr. Lalarsing's statements be correct? Why do we continue to allow ourselves to be used as fools and as tools? But I hope that those fellas who it is will continue by their wordings of encouragement. Men, people like Kingsley and Anderson and them, who continue to become slave catchers, to destroy the lives of our young black youths. Because, yes, I said destroyed, because now this fella, who will have a police record, will be debarred from going in certain foreign countries. He can't get a visa. He will be debarred from getting certain types of employment. So thanks to you all, gentlemen, with your foolish rhetoric that you continue to propagate on the airwaves and on social media, you have once again destroyed another black life. But yet for all, we just talk about Black Lives Matter. And for all those who protesting and talking about dictatorship and all kind of things, somehow I didn't hear all your protests when 5,000 plus black youths was arrested from in their house, not even on the streets, from in their house, by the then Prime Minister Kamala Prasad Bisesa, with statements of they will find a charge afterwards and destroy the lives of another 5,000. Yes, some of them might be getting money because of wrongful arrest, but you have a police record. Some of them cannot get jobs, certain types of jobs because of that record. Some of them cannot go to certain countries because of that record. So their lives, in fact, have been ruined while they sit down happy. Happy. Listen now, when will black people wake up? It is sickening to see that we continue to allow ourselves to be used in such a vile manner, destroying our own lives. It's genocide. It's suicide. You all try to have a nice day. Be safe. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, I was told that Phillips Alexander was on a program yesterday or last night or somewhere saying that he's going down there. Okay. So apparently it's a provocation. And I even got a voice note from a friend of mine, a very good friend of mine, saying that her granddaughter tried to take a photo and they told her they barred her off from taking the photo of the Red House. So how do you expect to go down there to have a protest? Mr. Chance, good morning.
Good morning, Ms. Felix. Good morning. How are you?
I am good.
Good. Morning, Bruce. How are you going, Bruce?
Hey, they cool, Mr. Chance. Morning.
He answered Mr. Chance. He said he's good.
Well, not hearing him. Anyway, I'll keep on speaking and you're all a little far away. But I think I want to join in the discourse this morning because I remembered, I think it's last week or earlier this week when you had the program, I made a contribution on the conduct of this young man. But before I make my short contribution on this, I want to state that you made the point that during an SOE, your constitutional and individual rights are suspended temporarily. So all your rights, that is the reason why the Prime Minister, earlier on, during this pandemic, he was saying that the SOE is a final position. And we have reached a final position for several reasons. So that during this time, your constitutional and individual rights are suspended temporarily. The second point I want to make, that the Red House is the seat of government. Any country in the world, the seat of government is well protected. It represents something. It represents the government of the country. It is not a place that is just loose and vice. Even without a state of emergency, that place will be well protected and well monitored at all times. So one would imagine that in a state of emergency, that place should be fully protected because it's the seat of government. So any action taking place there that resembles some action that appears to want to interfere with the seat of government should be treated in a particular way. And I think the first time it happened, I made my point. I thought that the police dropped the ball. I said it and I'm saying it again. The first time, because why I'm saying that is that it's not only the young man, but there are hundreds of thousands of persons looking on. The people in the pavilion paying attention. And if the police could play, who is we? So you have to nip those things in the bud because it is happening around the seat of government. But I want to ask some questions before I come off, And here are the questions I want to ask Ms. Felix and Bruce. Who is behind this cause of anxiety and stress and confusion and chaos that is presented in this country? Who is behind all of this? Are the statements and comments of people in high office trickling down even to the Senate, trickling down even to the ordinary people and causing them to behave in a particular way? Let me ask that question again. Are the comments of persons in high office even in the Senate of Trinidad and Tobago, trickling down and sending the undercover message to persons in the society? A very important question we must answer. All of us must answer that question. But as a citizen, I'm speaking as a citizen. I'm not talking anything political now. I'm talking as a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago. I expect that one of the first duties of any government is to preserve law and order. And that preservation of law and order is done through the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. So as a citizen, I expect that the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service and the authorities will do everything that is required to protect me as a citizen from any kind of civil disobedience, civil unrest in Trinidad and Tobago, because that is their responsibility. As I close, let me make this understatement. I want to call on Dr. Hines, who is a disease detective. I know you are looking out for the Delta variant, but I want to ask you as well, pay attention. There may be, listen to me carefully, Dr. Hines, there may be also the Siparia variant in Trinidad and Tobago. Pay attention, sir. Thank you very much, Mr. Felix and Jason. Thank you very kindly.
Yes, Mr.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
But Sharon, as a scrolling through the YouTube chat here, somebody mentioned something there, and it's true. You know, in another country they be treated like a terrorist.
But of course,
you can.
Of course, you call a state of emergency and curfew and thing. You are aye. These people mad. I see we have a new troll on the YouTube, Imani Clark. I see a new troll jump on.
Yeah.
So you know they have to come to talk a set of garbage.
How come I missed that one, boy?
It's right there.
Normally I just get rid of them as they come, you know. I keeping the chat clean. I am Mr. Clean up the chat.
It's right there. Anyhow, we taking your calls. Tobago, are you there?
I have a call here.
I think I was told you're back on.
Yes.
Call.
Hello, good morning.
Please. We only get internet problems on mornings.
Morning.
Miss Felix is spitting fire this morning, girl. Come
all the time.
Yes. Be a good self, girl. Yes, you big sister, we want you wrong. You see, we will continue to be used, my people, because we are unconscious. Sharon, I see them beating. Them original fellas is not used to me, you know, because Sharon, them not in the vineyard, them is wash your foot and jump in the dance, you know. So them being used, that they don't even know what's the meaning of being used. I see them beating on the next station, Stuart Young and your boy Terrence dancing for the vehicles. But I tell Dr. Rowley what you gotta do to end all of that. So Sharon, girl, as I say, I never congratulate Bruce, the so-called Warriors last night on the victory against.
Yes.
The victory against French Guyana.
Yes.
You know, believing in a carnage boy Angus Eve.
Yes.
Right, believing in our own Sharon Felix, investing in our own. You know, so I wanna give you know, Angus Eve all the love and all the strength for the next game against Mexico Saturday. It's not going to be easy, but I wish him all God's blessings and success. But Sharon, Devon Welsh, no, when he gets who?
Not Devon, David,
not Goliath. These fellas, there's a biblical scene, there's no honor among thieves. Sharon, you see the fighting amongst one another now for the little crocodile, Sharon? All the black activists in the pickup site fighting. That is why when Sharon put all in a position and help all to get all they should remain loyal. If it's one thing, Miss Felix have his loyalty and plenty common sense and understanding. But Sharon, let me tell you what this guy did through you, that us. Like my mother, when God rest her soul, you see integrity, Sharon, and you see the unselfish spirit you have, Sharon. It's not about promoting Sharon Felix. It's
It's not about Sharon. Felix is about helping and making other people stronger among you and being loyal. And all these people who introduced to the PNM Sharon, they didn't want to stay. Now they're trying to wiggle their way back in. But Sharon, before I go, I watching all of them, because I'm going to tell you something. When you, Pastor, Google and Bruce, and all the people are getting licks in the vineyard, and Dr. Holly first served, they jump off the board and was hoping that he lost. So now, because the friends come back into the PNM ministries, they're trying to see if they could wiggle their way back in. But Sharon, me in business, I don't trust them, and the selfish agenda didn't work out, and my eyes will always be on them. That is just like Devon Welch, like David Welch. Thanks, Sharon.
Thank you so kindly. And let me take the opportunity to wish Wendell Eversley a happy birthday today. Real cancer. And yesterday was my firstborn, Derek Roach. Yesterday was his birthday. Okay. Happy birthday